Hello, my name is Raymond Garchevsky. I'm a living Christ. I have a message for you to change our world. And it can change our world immediately. It's a secret mantra that if it were to substitute for the various protest mantras that create violence on the streets of our country and in the world, that support subversive activities of violent groups like Antifa and Black Lives Matter. It's all based in separation, based in division, based in duality. Now, I have hundreds and hundreds of videos on the internet, on YouTube. I have been banned, and my videos have been altered by just about every other platform, media platform on the internet that I have posted to in one way or another. And so I am just posting my videos now on YouTube. I fear that that may come to an end also. Why? Because these satanic forces which rule, control the money, control the corporations, control government, control religion, control the banks, they want to have control over your minds. And I am a threat to that. Well, you see, I am just a simple man of truth. I am a Christ. That's all that a Christ is. That's all that Jesus of Nazareth was. Oh, there have been many myths and legends about the man perpetrated by those who killed him and then created a religion called Christianity. It's all paganism. It's all satanic in origin. What I mean by satanic, I mean that it is based in intellectual duality. The careful creation of an artificial, fictional, intellectual world based in schooling. As young children, we send our kids to school, they are traumatically subjected to mind control techniques which alter their way of thinking. It's called stimulus, response, reward, and punishment, like training any animal. Your kids being graded in schools, being subjected to traumatic imposition of information upon their intellect that they must accept and they must repeat back to the satisfaction of their conditioners, and then they are graded by such, by report cards and ultimately diplomas, pieces of paper which are offered as evidence of the intelligence of that child. What does it actually promote? It promotes that that child's mind has been altered, and it has been altered to the satisfaction of its programmers. That's what a diploma is. And we send our kids from elementary school, 8 years, to high school, 4 years, and to university for another 4 years, and beyond, do postgraduate work. And some become lifelong intellectual students. They are the so-called intelligentsia. But how intelligent are they? They're really rather limited individuals who believe what they have been conditioned to believe and repeat as fact, as truth, when clearly it cannot be truth, you see. For ideas, myths, legends, fictions are artifices of storytelling, of linear thinking, intellectual stories. Oh, we're caught by storytelling as children. We call them fairy tales. But then they're sent to school and they're being taught history. Look at that word, history. His story, her story. Just a story. An illusion with a beginning and an end, and a message to that life in between. That's what history is. And we program our children with such satanic machinations. We call that life, civilized life. We are turned into believers. We have lost our ability to have direct perception of truth, of the what is, for that is the promise of the subconscious mind, the non-dualistic mind. Let's see, the oneness, the ability to see what is, to resonate with truth, to be truth, to act in truth. That's what love is. There is no opposite to love. See, you're involved in love and hate. You're involved with the artificial manifestations of intellectualism, which create the illusions of the opposites of love and hate, the duality. And we accept one or the other. We divide. We pick a side. Once we pick a side, we no longer are whole. We are fragmented. We have an opinion. We have a definition. And we will subject and submit our lives, if necessary, to defend that partial apprehension of a holistic truth that can only be found in the non-dualistic subconscious mind of man, the mind of creation, your mind. Each and every one of you have two minds, the subconscious mind and the satanic, dualistic, intellectual, conscious mind. We have been traumatized, trained to believe that life exists in the words that we use. Words are fictional symbols, affectations of the intellectual mind. They're not real. They're a substitution for that real truth, undefined energy of truth that flows on eternally beyond space and time. And we attach a word to it, a description to it, a definition. identify with that description, that becomes a fictional world. That's the civilized world that you live in, ruled by government officials, religious officials, corporate entities who control vast numbers of your energy called money. You become slaves. Slaves to an artificial world. That's what you are. Nothing more, nothing less. But you will deny it. You will fight. You will argue. You will debate. You will go to war. You will kill each other. You will commit a crime. You will dull your senses with drugs and alcohol to dull your sensibilities. Now, that's the world that you presently live in. And I, this Christ, this simple man of truth, am, in no uncertain terms, a threat to your kind of life, to your satanically ruled, artificial, fictional life. How do you know you're living in an artificial, fictional life? Check out your driver's license. Check out your birth certification. Your name is spelled in all capital letters. That is the creation of a fictional person, a non-entity, a non-human entity. Understand? You have been devalued, so it's become property. Property of another corporation that you call government and religion. And you believe those fictional entities that exist only in your intellectual mind to be your authority. Actually, you are the creator of those fictional entities, because you are living and they are but dead fictions. Those fictions have more power over you because of your self-doubt. And you agree. You make a contract. You strike a bargain with Satan, the creator of dualism, the god of the intellectual mind. And you give him authority over you through your self-doubt. So you become a citizen. You become a religious believer, a faith-bound slave. And you're ruled by both through the energy of fear, a conflicted dualistic emotion. Causes pain and pleasure. You seek pleasure, and you avoid pain. And that becomes the source of your civilized life, from birth to death. And that too is a fiction. Because if something can have a beginning and can have an end, it's not whole. Holistic means eternal, forever, without time, without space, beyond those definitions. What answers that in the way of a word? Try God. So you pray to God. What you don't understand is that you, as living, breathing, flesh and blood, men and women, are the energy, the creators of your own quality of life on earth, this earth. That makes you God. But to be God, you must be whole. You must be complete. You must be one. You must not be fragmented. You must not have doubt. You cannot be involved in dualistic bantering about words and ideas. You are what is. You are the quality of your life. That's what God is. Thou art that. Now that has been kept from you all of your lives. In return, you have been trained to believe that there is a duality of the you and the not you. The you and God. God being the not you. That's a fiction. It's a lie. You're the God of your life and your life only. You are the non-dualistic energy that can be found only beyond the barriers of the intellectual, limited mind. You come to that through silence, through meditation, the stopping of the noisy, conflicting, chattering images that you entertain in your dualistic, fragmented mind. And you see that it, too, was merely just a fiction. Because if you can end the chattering, you realize that it is fragmented. It isn't real. It's only partial. But what is real is what is beyond that mind. The subconscious mind, the infinite, the boundless, the unlimited. That's what God is all about. That's what energy is all about. That's what truth is all about. Truth, love, the way. That's what a Christ is. A simple man of non-duality. And that energy threatens all of the fictional, satanic images of a satanic civilization created by words and images and myths. That's the fact. Now, I'm 82 years old. I live alone. My wife of 49 years, the only one who came close to understanding the energy of this living Christ, had no clear understanding, but she had the belief that most of you have in your fictitious religions and government. She believed in me. She would follow me anywhere, and she trusted my energies, which allowed her to live in protection, in security, with love. And so we, as I say, had 49 good years before she passed away. Her body went back to where it came from. She transcended the intellectual realm of ideas and returned to her home, the home of all of us, that which is the infinite realm of the subconscious mind, the mind of God. Now, that all sounds fantastic. I'm quite certain that's how you feel about what I've just said to you. But you see, I must use words in order to communicate with you. Otherwise, we would be able to communicate telepathically without words. Unfortunately, the intellectual mind does not allow for that. And so we're stuck with words. But we're also stuck with the definitions of those words. And they divide, and they cause conflict and contradiction. And so you experience what you experience with every relationship you have on this earth, with the exception of very, very few of you who have transcended that dualistic realm and entered into the non-dualistic realm of understanding, of oneness, of truth. The rest of you, you're still work in progress. And you will continue to struggle until you die and are reborn once again into this realm of consciousness to understand what you could not understand in previous incarnations, experiences, in a limited intellectual world. Now that boggles your mind. I have no doubt about that, no question whatsoever. And that disturbs you greatly. I'm sure of that also. However, I, a man of truth, must speak truth, which goes back to the beginning of this video. What if a mantra of all of the dualistic protesters that are protesting government, protesting religions, protesting social compacts, were to alter their mantras, their destructive mantras, which separate and divide? What if that were to be replaced by the non-dualistic mantra, the law of God, the law of oneness, the law of love, and replace the mantra with do no harm, tell no lies. Do no harm, tell no lies. Now, my son, at the age of 55, passed away. Last year, as a matter of fact. And he passed away either of a suicide or an accidental overdose. He was quite unhappy. Why was he unhappy? He looked for love all his life, could never find it. He found his love in his mother, and when she died, he searched for it elsewhere. He could not find it. I was not much help to him at all as a child, nor was I to my two daughters, for they demanded that I play the role of a typical civilized father who would carry on with their conditioning that they received in schools and in their social contacts, but they didn't receive it. I instead led by example, and I expected that they live their life non-dualistically also, So I was not much for praise. I was not much for reinforcement of their behavior that they cried for, claimed that was their heritage. They have been lied to by the satanic forces that control all of your minds. They were looking for some sort of rehabilitation, some sort of excitation of behavior reinforced by praise. One does not praise another, understand, for doing what is right, for doing what is true, for that is its own reward. If one lives in truth, they live in a non-dualistic world, and that is its own reward. For it is what is, and it cannot be improved upon. That which is a lie must be improved upon with reinforcement, with praise, with pandering, with deceptions every moment in the way of words, with trophies given to all participants regardless of their behavior. That's the way of the world, the satanic world, and you can see what it has wrought upon this society. How there is such confusion in the sexual applications, where boys think they are girls, girls think they are boys, the identity crisis. They are not able to function holistically in all ways. They are split in confusion, in contradiction. They doubt themselves. Look at your protesters. Look at your Antifa. Look at your Black Lives Matter. Look at your black men who have not been given an even chance in a divided world and feel that it is owed to them. That's where your violence is coming from. And they feel entitled. Another illusion. Another restrictive fiction that does not exist but for the intellectual mind. That's the world you created for yourselves. I come along and I speak truth. I speak what is. I cannot be destroyed by fictional ideas created by satanic intellects. I have proven that in the courts of our land and on the internet. They have tried. Oh, they have tried for 25 years. And they have been unable to destroy this living Christ. Both on the internet and in the courts, satanic courts of our judicial system. All satanic. It's all intellectual. It's all dualistic. Let's see. Brings me back to the mantra. Do no harm, tell no lies. Substitute every protest with those words. Speak to them yourself, to yourself, and to others every day of your life from now on, from this moment forward, until they become an obvious fact, a truth of your life, and are affected by your actions, by your behavior. That will change your world. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. How can I make such a guarantee? Well, do no harm, tell no lies, and see if you can last a day, an hour, a minute without harboring harmful feelings or lies, deception in your own mind, and then projecting them outwardly into behavior patterns with others. That's the life you have created for yourself, and that's the life that you can uncreate. Government is based on those lies, the satanic illusions, fictions, ideas that you believe in. Well, boycott it. Strip away your support, your money. See how long it lasts. It will die all by itself, effortlessly, without you exerting harm in any way. What you have created, you are merely uncreating. That's all. There's no harm in that, because that is the option open to you in any fictional dualistic intellect. Create, uncreate. Sin, unsin. Sin is nothing more than a contradiction. In essence, a changing of the non-dualistic energy to a dualistic energy. That's what sin is. It creates conflict, confusion, contradiction, and violence. It creates hell. Now, my children, I have two girls who are still living. However, I have no contact with them because they are of the world. They have chosen to go the way of the world. And therefore they are of my flesh, but not of my spirit. Neither was my son. They went the way of the world, they got it. And they have it. And they will have it until they come to their own reckoning of the dualistic standards that they hold so tightly to. I will not support them in their misbeliefs. And that seems rather harsh for the father to his two daughters and to his deceased son. That is the fact, the way of the world and the way of the spirit. And that's what I bring to you. I bring to you the solution of the non-dualistic spirit of truth. You choose not to grasp it, so be it. You're responsible because you're the creator of your quality of life. That's where you stand, and that's where you shall be forever, until you grow into understanding who you truly are.